Hello friends, once again welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Jitesh Rangdale here and I am continuing my topic basic biology mainly. So our today's topic is types of cells. This is our topic, types of cells mainly. Now there are two types of cells. There are two types of cells mainly. First one is prokaryotic. Prokaryotic cell, and another is eukaryotic cell. So these are the two types of cells mainly. One is prokaryotic cell and another is eukaryotic cell. Now let's think about it. What do you mean by prokaryotic cell and what do you mean by eukaryotic cell? So this prokaryotic, this word is made up of two words mainly. This word is made up of two words mainly. One is pro and another is carry on. So it is made up of two words. One is pro and another is carry on. The meaning of pro is primitive. Meaning of pro is primitive. Another word is carry on. Meaning of carry on is nucleus. If we combine both this word, then it is called as primitive nucleus. It is called as primitive nucleus. Then question arises in the mind. Again, there is the question of why. तो मुझे तो कोई शौक नहीं है यहाँ पर इसको प्रिमिटिव बोलने का, ना मैं पागल हुआ हूँ ना आप पागल हुए हो, तो कोई ना कोई तो रीजन होना चाहिए. Why it is called as primitive nucleus? What is the reason to say that particular primitive nucleus? तो कोई ना कोई रीजन होगा इसको अगर हम primitive nucleus बोलते हैं दोस्तों, तो इसके लिए कोई ना कोई रीजन होना चाहिए. The meaning of primitive nucleus is that nucleus is not well defined. Nucleus is not well defined. Then another question arises in the mind. What do I want to say by saying that nucleus is not well defined? What is the meaning of that? Nucleus is not well defined. The meaning of nucleus is not well defined, that nucleus is not surrounded by nuclear membrane. So generally nucleus is surrounded by nuclear membrane, and it is involved in the protection of nucleus mainly. And in case of primitive nucleus, or if we say nucleus is not well defined, meaning that nucleus is not surrounded by nuclear membrane. So the meaning of this nucleus is not well defined is that nucleus is not surrounded by nuclear membrane. This is the meaning of nucleus is not well defined. So this is the meaning mainly in case of nucleus is not well defined, and it is called as primitive nucleus. So then another term is there, eukaryotic cell. The meaning of eu is true, and another word carry on. So these are the two words mainly. Again, the meaning of carry on is nucleus here. If we combine both this word, then it is called as true nucleus. Nucleus. That we can say nucleus is not here there is no there is any type of word not. Here in case of eukaryotic cell, nucleus is well defined. Nucleus is well defined mainly. That is, here nucleus is surrounded by nuclear membrane. So this is the case. In case of eukaryotic cell, nucleus is surrounded by nuclear membrane. So most of the students very wrongly say that in case of prokaryotic cell, nucleus is absent, and most of the students tell that or think that in case of eukaryotic cell, nucleus is present. Let me tell you friends, this is not the case. In both cases, whatever it may be the prokaryotic cell or whatever it may be the eukaryotic cell, in both the cases nucleus is present. We can't define it as a, in case of prokaryotic cell nucleus is absent, and in case of eukaryotic cell nucleus is present. This is not the definition of prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. In case of prokaryotic cell, nucleus is present but it is not well defined. That I want to say. That is, nucleus is not surrounded by nuclear membrane. This is the prokaryotic cell. Another term is eukaryotic cell. So here also nucleus is present. Nucleus is present, but here nucleus is well defined. That is, nucleus is surrounded by nuclear membrane. So this is the main difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So this is the first term, mainly types of cell, that I have discussed here. Now we have to continue this discussion. Then another term that mainly we have to discuss here, that is cell organelles. So our term is cell organelles. Then if we think this word, that why it is called as cell organelles, again the question why is the very most important thing here. Why the word cell organelles is there? We have already heard the word organ. Organ word is very common for us. But what is the difference between this organ and this organelles? There may be the more difference between these two words. Both terms are not similar to each other. Organ is the different thing. Organelles, this is the very different thing. There is the basic difference between these two terms. Organelles, mainly, what do you mean by organelles and what is the difference between organ and organelles? So organelles, it is also the organ. It also works as the organ. For example, as we discussed in our last lecture, mainly, so each organ system, it involves different types of organs. In the similar manner, here that organ term is also same here. But when we think about organelles, then it is the meaning of this organelles is little organs. Little organs. This is the meaning of organelles. So this is the basic difference between organ and organelles. Meaning of organelles is little organs. Another specificity of organelles is that they are living. They are living. So these are the two characteristics of organelles. And again, cell organelles, just like the organ, it has its specialized structure, it has its specialized shape, it has its specialized size, and it has its specialized function also. So anything, any specialized part of the cell, which has its defined shape, defined structure, defined function, it is called as nothing but the organelles. So if I want to write the definition of organelles, it is the part of cell having its defined shape, size, structure and function. So this is the definition of organelles. Now another question arises in the mind: which are the different types of cell organelles are there? Which are the different types of cell organelles? So first cell organelles, that is nucleus, as we know very well, and we have distinguished with the term of this particular nucleus. There are two types of cell: prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, according to the nucleus. So first cell organelle is nucleus. Another cell organelle is mitochondria. Then third cell organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. Then fourth cell organelle here, that is Golgi apparatus. Golgi, it is the name of the scientist. Golgi, it is here the name of the scientist. So it is also called as Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex. Then fifth thing I want to say here, again lysosomes. This is the cell organelle mainly. Another cell organelle is here mainly vacuoles. Vacuole can be there. Now another cell organelle is peroxisomes. So these are the different types of cell organelles, friends. So these are the different types of cell organelles here. First one is nucleus, another is mitochondria, third one is endoplasmic reticulum, fourth one is Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex, fifth one is lysosome, sixth one is vacuoles, and seventh one is peroxisome. So these are the different types of cell organelles mainly. Again, each cell organelle, as I discuss here, each cell organelle has its own size, own shape, own structure and own function. Then, so if I want to consider all these cell organelles, so then all these cell organelles, they do not present in prokaryotic cell. If I want to consider about, as I discussed previously, all these cell organelles, if I want to consider all these cell organelles, all cell organelles are absent in prokaryotic cell. And in case of eukaryotic cell, these all cell organelles are present mainly. Again, this is the basic difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So there is the difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell in case of two things. One is the presence of well-defined nucleus or not. This is the first thing. And second thing, presence of cell organelles or not. So these are the two cases mainly. Then again, there are two types of cell also. One is plant cell and another is animal cell. That now I want to discuss, guys. Again, if I want to continue this discussion, types of cells, there are mainly again two types of cells here. One is plant cell and another is animal cell. Again, the very first question or very first thing here, that is plant cell, it is present in plants. This is the first thing. Then, of course, animal cell, it is present in animals. Then second thing In case of plant cell, cell wall is present. So this is the first point, friends. Another point is second point here. In case of animal cell, cell wall is absent. This is the second point, friends. Third point, the main distinction between animal cell and plant cell is that in case of plant cell, mainly large size vacuole is present. And in case of, if I want to discuss about animal cell, third thing is small size vacuole is present. So in case of animal cell, small size vacuole is present. In most of the cases, in case of animal cell, if vacuole is present, it is present in a small size or it is present in a very less size, or most of the cases it may be absent. So this is the case. Then another question, why in case of plants large size of vacuole is present and why in case of animals small size vacuole is present, that mainly we have to discuss here, friends. There is some reason, again कोई ना कोई reason होगा, कोई ना कोई तो reason होना चाहिए क्यों यहाँ पर जो है प्लांट सेल में लार्ज साइज वैक्यूल होता है और क्यों जो है एनिमल सेल में स्मॉल साइज वैक्यूल होता है. दैट इज द थिंग दैट मेनली वी हैव टू डिस्कस नाउ. सो दीज आर द टू थिंग्स मेनली. सो देयर इज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ इंटरसेल्युलर स्पेस. So this is the concept. Inter meaning two and cellular meaning cells. So in case of plant cell, there is a very big space in between two cells. Big space in between two cells. But in case of animal cell, this intercellular space is very less. So in case of animal cell, this intercellular space is very less and there is no any space remaining for that particular large size vacuole, because animal body, for example, we are animals no doubt, but we are social animal, तो किसी को doubt नहीं होना चाहिए. So if I want to think that in our body there is no very much space is present in there. Our body is the very complex thing here. There is no any type of space and this intercellular space is very less in case of animal cell, and that's why here small size vacuole is present and in most of the cases it may be absent. But in case of plant cell, intercellular space is more and that's why large size vacuole is present. So this is the again main difference between animal cell and plant cell. Another thing is that in case of plant cell, plastids are present. And these are absent in case of animals. Then what do you mean by these plastids? These plastids are nothing but the chloroplast. And this chloroplast is nothing but it is involved in the process of photosynthesis and it takes place only in case of plant cell. So plastids are present only in plant cell and it is absent in animal cell. So this is the another one thing, plastid, that is the thing mainly we have discussed here. And this plastid or chloroplast is again the cell organelle. It is one of the cell organelle. It is one of the cell organelles mainly. This is the thing. So this is the difference between plant cell and animal cell. Now Another point of differentiation, that is the organelle ribosome. This is one of the cell organelle again. So we have added two cell organelles in the list of cell organelles. One is plastid, which is present in case of only plant cell. It is absent in animal cell. This is one of the cell organelles mainly. This is the 8th number of cell organelles. We have already discussed 7 types of cell organelles here. Now 8th type of cell organelle is plastid, and another 9th number cell organelle is ribosome. Again, if I want to discuss the differentiation between mainly prokaryotic cell and another is eukaryotic cell. So in case of prokaryotic cell, 70S type of ribosome is present. 70S type of ribosome is present. And in case of eukaryotic cell, 80S type of ribosome is present. Then this 70S type of ribosome, it is the complete unit. Again 80S type of ribosome, it is the complete unit again. And each unit is made up of different subunits. So here 70S type of ribosome, it is made up of two subunit, friends. One is small subunit and another is large subunit. So these are the two subunits. In case of prokaryotic cell, small subunit is 30S and another is large subunit, it is the 50S. Then in case of eukaryotic cell, small subunit is 40S and large subunit is 60S. Again, the very interesting question arises in the mind. If we are considering here, observe it carefully, friends. In case of prokaryotic cell, 70S type of ribosome is present. In case of eukaryotic cell, 80S type of ribosome is present. Then, if we add both these things, 30S plus 50S, the complete add up is 80S. Okay, if we add both these things, 40S plus 60S, then complete add up is 100S. Then how is it possible? It must be 80S. First question arises in the mind. And another thing is, if we add 40S plus 60S, it must be 100S. But why is it so? What do you mean by this S? What do you mean by this S? What is this S indicate? So this S indicate is nothing but the sedimentation coefficient. And it is called as Swedberg unit. Swedberg, it is the name of the scientist. So this S is not the normal term here. It is the sedimentation coefficient. The meaning of sedimentation coefficient is settling, settle down. जैसे पानी के अंदर अगर कचरा घुल मिल जाता है तो नीचे बैठता है, प्रेसिपिटेट आपको मालूम होगा दोस्तों. That is nothing but the sedimentation. It is nothing but the settling. And this S value, friends, it is nothing but the sedimentation coefficient or Swedberg unit. It is the value of sedimentation. And hence we can't add these particular values. So this is the difference between that. So in case of prokaryotic cell, 70S type of ribosome, and in case of eukaryotic cell, 80S type of ribosome is there. So these are the things mainly which we have discussed here. So in today's lecture, mainly we have discussed about different types of cells, prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell, different types of cell organelles, and then we have discussed about animal cell, plant cell, and again the distinguishing factors between animal cell, plant cell, prokaryotic cell, and prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So thank you so very much for giving a very huge response to my very first video. I really thank you so much all. Hope so today's lecture also you enjoyed a very lot, very a lot. Okay, thank you so much guys.